haven't been single in over 10 years, and 2022 was the first year that I have been single for a significant amount of time. And these are the top 5 things that I learned. For context, I have jumped from relationship to relationship ever since the 8th grade. I'm 25 now. It's called daddy and abandonment issues. That's a perfect segue into point number 1. I might be the problem, and that's okay. I would look at my toxic relationships and I would list all the things that they did wrong to me, and I would never see myself as the problem. And reflecting in 2022, I really had to sit myself down and see how I might have contributed to some things. Number 2, I'm a lover girl, and that's okay. Okay, so maybe you shouldn't jump from relationship to relationship, but I love the way that I am constantly open to love, to giving love. I love that I move throughout life with love. It's always benefited me.
She's talking about she jumps from relationship to relationship. Bro, this is just a chick that jumps from willy to willy. That's all it is. And she's basically exposing herself on TikTok for everybody to know that if you're a guy and you get into a relationship with her, it's not going to last very long because she's going to get tired of you and want to experience love with somebody else.
Number 3, I started treating myself how I treat others. One of the things that I love about myself is how I love, and I love so unconditionally, and I'm so loyal to other people, and I give so much. And I really learned this past year, I'm like, why don't I just do all of those things for myself?
She just said that she loves unconditionally. She said that she's so loyal, but you jump from willy to willy. You don't stick with anyone. You don't commit to anyone. You've been looking after yourself quite well with all these guys.
Once you start doing that, you will not accept anything less from any other person because you know you can give it all to yourself. And then B, you show people how to treat you.
This is the typical story of the modern woman who's independent and she can buy herself the cars, the house, and, you know, the expensive holidays. So now she knows her worth. And if a man doesn't move the sun, moon, and stars for her, then he is not worthy to be with her.
Number 4, you will find that feeling again. I remember when I was in my last toxic relationship, and even though it was toxic, I was like, I will never find this feeling. I will never find a man to love me like this. And then 2 months later, I met somebody, and I was like, oh, okay, the butterflies are back.
Wow. Again, she's exposing that she can't pair bond with anyone. You can never feel confident with somebody like this because it's her nature, it's her culture to jump from one guy to another. And she said in her latest toxic relationship. So that means she's had a pattern of being in toxic relationships. What she doesn't realize is that she's the common denominator. It's either she's very attracted to toxic men or she is the toxic one.
Then number 5, I learned how to not be bitter. I remember I used to see all of these cute couples. I went to a vineyard, like a solo trip vineyard, and I saw all these cute couples so in love. And instead of looking at it like so bitterly and like I'll never find that again, I looked at it more so like, oh, it's coming. Like once I see like people happily in love, married, whatever it might be, instead of looking at it like I wish I had that, I look at it like, oh, because I've seen it, it's on its way.
Women like this need to pick men based on the content of the character and the kind of man he is, not on superficial things. I can tell a girl like this, she's a good looking black girl in America. I'm sure she wants a super tall guy with money who's devilishly good looking and maybe even have some clout. And I'm sure of that because she's on TikTok trying to get clout. But it's all shallow. So maybe if you picked men based on the content of their character, then you will find this quote unquote love. To be quite honest, this is nothing out of the ordinary. Top 80% of women want the top 20% of men.
So this video is for any women who are approaching 30 or who are in their 30s or maybe even older, who are still single, no husband, no children, and they're watching their friends, their family appear to move ahead in life and they feel like they're stuck and alone and need some encouragement. So I've been in a single season for quite a while now, and I wouldn't say it's been easy, but one of the things that has really helped me is kind of having a shift in perspective and a shift in mindset. Life is short, but life is also very long. And by the grace of God or the universe, if that's what you believe in, you'll get to see many, many more decades not just your 30s, not just your 40s. And so I think when you put that into perspective, it helps you to realize that this literally is a season. It's a season that you should enjoy. As a society, and even in womanhood, we like to tell ourselves that if you haven't hit certain milestones by a certain age, then you failed. And one thing that I've learned from being around plenty of women, friends, family, who have hit those milestones is that those things are huge responsibilities. They require so much of yourself. I commend women that are in that position, but at the same time, I really appreciate the fact that I'm not in that position right now.
I assume you're talking about having children. There's a thing called biology. You have a window of opportunity where you are in the best condition to have children. And that's probably going to be in your 20s. So it'd probably be in the best interest of most women to have children at the appropriate time in life with the appropriate type of man.
Look at me, I'm here on a Sunday, I'm lying in bed doing absolutely nothing. I'm pretty sure my friends who are mums right now are not in bed doing absolutely nothing unless their children are old enough to look after themselves. At the end of the day, it's all about perspective. Use this time to learn more about yourself. Use this time to pick up a hobby. Use this time to explore the world. Use this time to read. Use this time to enjoy the things that you do have in your life, as opposed to focusing so much on the things that you do not have. Because I can guarantee once that partner and those babies come, you will have so little time for yourself.
Because you have a family. You're not going to be this version of yourself forever. And one day in the future, you're going to wish that you had a family around you. This is not good advice at all. And let's see if she's singing the same tune in 10 years from now, 15 years from now. I doubt it.
You're going to wish that you used this time to enjoy your life as it is. Appreciate the fact that you have a little bit longer to get to know yourself. You have a little bit longer to enjoy the things that you can enjoy. It's a blessing being single and having this season to get to know yourself, so take advantage of that.
She's really trying to sell this idea that she's in a season of singleness. You're just alone. You're just on your own. Like, that's all it is. I just think this is complete delusion, to be honest.
But anyway, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Sunday in bed because I can, and hopefully I'll post later.
So she's basically gassed because she can just sit down and be lazy in bed all day. I think that having children will be more fulfilling than just laying about in bed. And another thing I want to add is, even though she's saying she's in a single season, I'm sure she's still dating guys, frame box. But anyway, a lot of these women don't understand that you only have a small window in your life where you can attract all these high-flying guys. And once that window of opportunity closes, you are just gonna fade into the background, just like the rest of these other women who have faded into the background before you. It's called the wall. And what you find is that a lot of women like this who are attractive, they think they're gonna be young and attractive forever. But we hear stories of older women who feel like they have turned invisible. I think that a lot of people need to humble themselves, stop jumping from willy to willy, and picking a partner based on more than just superficial mumbo jumbo. Anyway, with that being said, it's King Richez signing out. If you've got anything else to add to this message, please leave it in the comment section below. I'm on the road to 100,000 subscribers, so it'd do me a lot of help if you hit the like button and leave your comments below. Also, support my clothing brand, Let's Go. You can find tops like the one I'm wearing, amongst other things, at www.letsgonow.shop. And you can go over there and you can buy worldwide. All right? So anyway, with that being said, you lot take care of yourselves, and I'm out. Peace.